This year could quite possibly be the last chance to accumulate as much crypto as possible. And tons of people in the space are saying that XRP is going to outperform the rest of the market by 2025, even though it's been underperforming the market this entire bull run. So is that true? Well, in this video, we're going to talk about total 3 compared to the past bull run cycle. We have some big news about stablecoin USDT and their problematic MiCA stablecoin requirements, what's most likely to happen in the European market over the next few months that you need to pay attention to, what's taking place over Apple and their ties to Ripple and XRP, some big news with BNY Mellon, Ripple's interledger protocol, how it works for XRP for people think that they're abandoning their project for their new stablecoin, some other big announcements, and some altcoins to keep on your radar for the rest of this bull run. So if you're feeling bullish, comment 777. If you're feeling blessed, comment 777. If you're going to become the first millionaire in your family tree, confirm it by tapping the subscribe button. Let's run it. All right, bull runners, welcome back to the channel. So let's dive right in. Let's talk about total 3, which is the crypto total market cap excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. So everything down further underneath this list, essentially BNB, Solana, XRPs included, Dogecoin, and the rest of the altcoin market. If we look at where we're at right now, sitting at $633 billion market cap, we have the relative strength index and the MACD pulled up, and also the chart on the right is the 2020 to 2021 bull run. Now, as you guys can see, when we went into a bear market from January 18th until December of 2018, we saw this dead cat bounce take place, and then we fell all the way to the bottom. So what this was an ABC corrective wave, where wave B was the rally up to about $180 billion. And then the final C wave was all the way to the bottom. We did the exact same thing for the most recent bear market of 2021. You can see A wave right here, B wave up to roughly 850 billion, and then the C wave all the way down to the bottom. So once the bottom was in and we started forming higher highs and higher lows going into this bull run for the 4-year market cycle theory, there's periods of consolidation. So for people to think that the top is in, well, they're just looking at Bitcoin. They're not comparing to other cycles. They're not watching these videos and liking and subscribing to the channel and bringing up indicators to show confluence. So we're right in the middle of this range where the A wave and the B corrective wave was during the dead cat bounce, just like what happened back here from August to November 2020. Now, sure, this time could be different. Maybe the Fed decides to pivot rates and all of a sudden, they start dropping rates rapidly and the stock market crashes and crypto crashes. That's definitely possible. And, these videos are never for financial advice. I never advocate for you to buy or sell anything in these markets. These videos are purely for educational, informational purposes only. You should always consult your financial advisor on what to do with your money, because crypto is very risky. You could lose all of your money in these markets. And so you should always do your own research, because I just provide the news only. And so when we look at the facts on the chart and we compare to the relative strength index in the past, we got overbought all the way upwards of 89 on March of 2024. And sure enough, we saw a correction happen. The RSI started trending back down to 54. It was very similar to what happened right here in August. We got upwards of 79. We were just a little more extended for March of 2024, but we pulled back down to about 62. We stayed well above 50, and then we rallied back up above 70, and then ultimately we formed a peak at 95, and then that was the peak on the RSI, but the altcoin market was at 465 billion, and we just trended higher. And so this was a sign that the momentum, was completely done for the bulls on the relative strength index, and it was shifting over to the bears, because we were seeing a divergence where we were seeing a lower high forming on the relative strength index, followed by higher highs being formed on the price chart. We saw us go from 450 to $1 trillion, whereas the RSI had peaked out at 94. To go on the weekly above 94 again was very highly unlikely. And so the momentum started to slow down, as you guys can see, once we took the dip from around 1 trillion down to 389 billion. This was really a dead cat bounce for the blow off top for the all-time high for the altcoin market. And then the RSI could only muster up a 69 on the relative strength index in a complete and utter downtrend. And so the real top for the altcoin market was right here on the 3rd of May, and then the dead cat bounce high was in November. So arguably the ABC corrective wave could look something like this, where the A wave was right here on the 21st of June. And then the B wave was above the high, and then the C wave was all the way down here. This is definitely possible in an ABC corrective wave where the dead cat bounce can be higher than the previous high. Whereas when we compare to the previous bull run, the B wave was lower than the all-time high. And so there are some key differences here. So it's not going to look exactly the same. But if we look at the MACD, we saw that there was a bearish cross that took place in October after the RSI peaked out at 79, and then it reversed back around to fake everybody out. So this was a massive trap right here where the bears stepped in and they thought we were going to come all the way back down because people still had PTSD from this COVID crash of 60%. You lost 60% of your portfolio in just 3 weeks from the period of like February until March. So people were freaking out during this entire phase. So when we were right here, I remember this vividly, everyone was calling for, the market to go back down to like 50 billion, but people are even saying $30 billion to do something like this before we were going to recover. And they were just scared because they saw it happen and it took forever to get out from this low. I mean, from the C bottom right here, to get out from this low took 595, 600 days. So it took, like 2 years to even break out from this point. And so where we're at right now, people still have PTSD from COVID. So a lot of people are still calling for the altcoin market to just crash and come all the way back down to backtest like $400 billion. Now, I don't think that will happen. I do think that we're in for a very healthy and prosperous bull run because global liquidity is increasing and people might take the Fed cutting rates as a bullish thing when in reality it's not that good, but that will come into effect a little bit later. So a lot of people are thinking we're going to have an early market cycle top, which is possible, but I think a breakout's going to happen at some point and we're going to retest the previous high of November of 2021 for the altcoin market. And I think Bitcoin will get closer to $100,000. Now, obviously you guys know my price target for Bitcoin towards the end of this bull run is $190,000 at the peak. When people are calling for a $250,000 to $500,000 Bitcoin this cycle, and we go on the monthly chart for the crypto total market cap excluding Bitcoin, we just tapped 70 on the RSI. And so we're by no means in drastically overbought conditions for the altcoin market. And even at the MACD, we're not even seeing a bearish cross. We're well below where we saw the bearish cross back in April of 2022 on the MACD on the monthly. And so we still have a lot of upside to go for the rest of this market. And we're just prepared for the volatility that's going to ensue. And so the timing of the US and the UK Ripple stablecoin is very impeccable right now. With less than 20 days before Tether has to face the music, Ripple will release them meeting every requirement. And so starting next month, some major digital currencies like Tether will disappear from the European crypto market due to new European Union regulations. So this could drastically disrupt trading on European crypto exchanges because, as you guys know on coinmarketcap.com, USDT is the third largest by market cap at $112 billion in market cap. And so virtually every single crypto pair trades on Tether as like the largest pair. Even Bitcoin, if you click on Bitcoin and you look at markets, in terms of volume in the past 24 hours is Bitcoin to USDT. So we all know that Tether is a ticking time bomb, and this might be the black swan event that could shock the market in the short term. But what company do you guys think is going to step in and pick up where Tether left off to be the main stablecoin? Will it be USDC or will it be something else? Because stablecoins are essentially cryptocurrencies that are linked to a real currency like the US dollar or to other, assets or treasury bonds and that type of stuff. And the stablecoin is backed by a basket of other things, resulting in less volatile prices. However, due to the European Union requirements around capital and transparency, most of these stablecoins will be banned in that region. And Tether, which holds the vast majority of the market cap of the stablecoin industry, does not comply with the MiCA, or is the market in crypto asset regulations. So this currency will completely disappear from the European Union next month, and also is no longer tradable on several online trading platforms. It's still available on larger exchanges right now, but within the next month, we're going to see that change. And the banning of Tether will force European investors to look for other stablecoins when using crypto services outside of Europe. And in the short term, this will most likely disrupt market liquidity and stability, so just expect some massive volatility. And currently, only a few stablecoins comply with the new European Union regulations and rules, where the world's largest crypto exchange, Binance, and others are pinning their hopes on Circle's USDC, which is the second largest stablecoin. So USDC in the short term will most likely capture a large chunk of the market. And coincidentally enough, on April 4th, Ripple announced its plans to launch its own stablecoin next to XRP, pegged 1-to-1 to the US dollar, later this year. So the stablecoin will be fully collateralized by US dollar deposits along with short-term US government bonds, which are treasuries, and other cash equivalents, including high-grade commercial paper or money market instruments. And they're prioritizing the issuance of a compliance-first and trustworthy stablecoin that aligns with global regulatory standards. Now, back in 2022, Ripple announced that they're excited to join the Digital Euro Association as their supporting partner to further develop their work with central banking digital currencies. And this was a part of their larger goal to develop and deliver global solutions for CBDCs and stablecoins through their blockchain and crypto expertise over in Europe. So this is all part of the plan, guys. If you watch one of my previous videos talking about what Ripple is doing, this goes back all the way to the 80s and most likely even before then. And also what's happening right now, and I'm not sure how true this is. You guys let me know your thoughts on this, because the Ripplers are going crazy about this, but the payment requested API introduced in Apple is interconnected with Ripple's interledger protocol that allows easy payments across multiple ledgers with Apple's new tap to pay feature between iPhones for their new iOS 18 update. And you can see right here in terms of the words for spell correct, you can see big, small, shake, nod, explode, ripple, bloom, jitter. Why would they put the word Ripple in there? So I wouldn't be surprised if XRP is used for payments on Apple phones and all that stuff. And specifically, if we look at different banks, BNY Mellon and Ripple's interledger protocol, this standard matters. And so a lot of people are saying that Ripple doesn't use XRP for their interledger protocol. And while various organizations and consortiums are working on blockchain standards, example like R3, Hyperledger, as previously described in other videos, yet there's no true blockchain standard right now, which also impedes progress. And Ripple's interledger protocol aims to solve this challenge by enabling diverse ledgers to seamlessly interact with each other. So that's why Brad Garlinghouse has been saying interoperability. So it won't just be one, it's going to be multiple. That's why we see like HBAR's governing council, you have projects like XDC, you have Chainlink, and a vast amount of other projects that are going to be working together. But for people that say interledger does not use XRP, Ripple's interledger protocol can function in two modes: automatic mode and universal mode. In automatic mode, notaries become part of the system. They are an ad HOC group that verifies and validates transactions. Typically, atomic modes occur between trusted connector nodes between banks or financial service companies that might relate to each other. The universal mode does not require notaries and can work between untrusted connectors. It uses Ripple's cryptocurrency XRP to facilitate transfers, and their escrow is designed as a feature to enable the XRP ledger to be used in the interledger protocol and with other smart contracts. And the escrow only works with XRP, not tokens. Escrow requires sending at least two transactions, one to create the escrow and one to finish or cancel it. Thus, it may not be financially sensible to escrow payments for very small amounts because the participants must destroy the transaction cost of the two transactions. And if you look at the use case right here for liquidity optimization, it clearly shows in interledger payments and ILP transfers to the connector. You have Alice and Bob right here and how this works. A lot of this is over my head, but XRP is fully integrated into this. With different examples, if you go to terraledger.org/overview.html, this was all the way back in 2020. So, as Brad Garlinghouse and Monica Long and, the other executives and higher ups at Ripple say, for people that think they're abandoning XRP have completely lost the plot. And they just announced they're proud to launch the XRP Ledger Japan and Korea Fund to boost innovation and utility on the XRP Ledger in APAC. It includes corporate partnerships, development grants, startup investments, community growth. So they just keep expanding the Asia Pacific region. And so there's paid for articles put out there by other companies to push down certain projects. For example, Forbes released a good for nothing crypto list. And look at the projects that are listed on this. XRP, you got ICP, XLM, Caspa, Theta, Phantom, Monero, Arweave, Algorand, Flow, Bitcoin SV, Mina, Tezos, EOS. Really, they don't think there's any real world use cases. So I wonder who paid Forbes to do this, because guys, I get approached all the time from people saying, hey, do you want to be featured in this article, top 10 entrepreneurs to watch in 2024? It'll only cost you $500 or $1,000 and you have to pay to get featured in Forbes, Huffington Post, all of these companies, they're just pay to play. You can basically buy your name in the entrepreneurial industry and it makes it look like you're credible, but you're not actually credible. So if these companies are willing to accept payments to boost up people through fake articles that make them seem credible, do you think they'd be willing to accept payments to issue smear campaigns to push down articles from other companies that are the highest bidder? Now, I'm not going to confirm or deny that or spread conspiracy theories. I'm just telling you how it is in full transparency. Forbes is a pay-to-play platform. Everybody knows that. So I just find it interesting when I see all these partnerships happening. And in my previous video, Mel Gold is coming to the XRP Ledger Why did they choose the XRP ledger? To tokenize gold and silver? Well, as a decentralized layer 1 blockchain known for reliability and stability in tokenizing, exchanging crypto native and real world assets, the XRP ledger offers institutional grade functionality and built-in features to enable secure, efficient, and scalable financial services and use cases. And so you look at an article like Forbes saying good for nothing blockchains, but then you see these companies that sell precious metals choosing XRP and Ripple. Now you can completely discredit anything Forbes says from here on out. And then also when you look at the facts on the chart, the XRP stochastic RSI is in full reset mode right now underneath 20. Summertime will be in our favor. And I don't know what else to show you guys other than the facts on the chart so you can come to your own conclusion, because I'm not going to tell you what to think. I'm just going to tell you what I see and then what I believe from what I see based on the facts. And if we look at the facts, XRP, the Bitcoin price chart, is close to bottoming out right now, coming back into this zone of support. And it's right at the upper echelon of it right now where it was back in January of 2021. Also, if we compare this to XRP's market cap dominance, which basically pairs XRP next to the rest of the crypto market cap and shows what percentage of the total market cap it holds, it's at 1.12%. Where were we in the past when this happened? Well, we were all the way back here in March of 2021 when XRP drastically bounced off of this support and outperformed Bitcoin and did a 17x during that last bull run while Ripple was going through the lawsuit. Very interesting, right? They had a massive suppression and they still did well. If we go all the way back to right here when the market cap dominance was below 1%, well, then you see this massive green candle come in. This was in 2017 when XRP to Bitcoin drastically outperformed it, and XRP went from 0.005 to what, 40 cents, then eventually $3, bounced off of this support. The time before then, I mean, it goes all the way back where, you know, XRP and Bitcoin's price chart didn't have any data, but I would assume that when XRP went from, you know, 0.53 back in 2014 to 22%, it grew in value too on the US dollar price chart. And so we're drastically in oversold conditions on both of these charts. You look at the MACD right here on the monthly on the XRP, the Bitcoin price chart, we're seeing a bullish cross attempt to take place right now, well below 20 right here. I mean, the K line is where? It's the lowest it's virtually ever been. So when we see this cross takes place, I mean, common sense, guys, buy low, sell high. Where are we right now on the stochastic RSI? We're very low. Let me bring up the stochastic RSI on the market cap dominance chart. Yeah, look at this as well too. We're all the way down here at levels that I don't think we've ever been at. We're arguably the lowest that we've ever been on both of these charts, and the price action on the chart lines up as well too. And so what I look for is not necessarily for XRP to be performing well for me to get excited about it. I get excited when the 99% aren't excited, okay? Because I understand, and I know that you understand, that's the way that wealthy billionaires think. They do the opposite of what the masses do. When Bitcoin was at $1, do you think that the masses were excited about Bitcoin? No. Look at the search volume on Google Trends. Look at vidIQ. Do some research for yourself and you'll figure this stuff out. You guys have common sense. You're a full-grown adult. You can understand this. So when you see comments from people being like, it's trash, it's in a downtrend, it's terrible. Yeah, they're supposed to be saying that because they're a part of the 99% of the sheep that are going to follow the crowd the rest of their life. They're never going to become financially free. They're going to stay stuck in the matrix, and they're going to keep living paycheck to paycheck, always blaming their circumstances and situations on other people, when the 1% of the world are capitalizing on opportunities like this, and they're treating this like their last chance every single day. They're preparing now every single day, and they're backing up their truck all the way to the bank, grabbing the bags, packing them, stacking them, leaving no bags left behind, because they know that the spending power of the dollar is going to keep going down in value because it's a fact based on inflation. Blockchain technology, distributed ledger technology, and cryptocurrencies have been going up in value. That's the truth. And together, you know where we're going. We're going camping on the beaches of the moon. So if you're ready to become the first millionaire in your family tree with crypto, and you want to get early access to our underground guidebook to become a crypto millionaire when it's released, then all you need to do right now is go to bullrunners.com, and you're going to get exclusive early access to alerts on explosive altcoins with timely notifications about high potential projects before they hit the mainstream market. You're also going to get access to daily market analysis videos where you can watch daily videos like this to stay up to date on the latest trends and updates in the cryptocurrency market. And you're also going to receive pro trading strategies and tools for you to access proven trading tips and institutional grade indicators to refine your trading strategy. So don't miss out on the launch of our new underground guidebook called Altcoin Secrets that's going to help you discover the next 100x altcoin. All you need to do to get early access is go to bullrunners.com, click the button on the page, put in your best email address, and you'll be instantly subscribed for the early bird list when it's released. We know you're going to love it.